Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? Things are going good here. In the years past, on this show, I've had a lot of comments about what's in my cup. I used to have that clear glass mug and people thought I was drinking stout all the time. And the reality is, for the past 3 years that I've been on antidepressants, I really haven't had alcohol. I would have a beer every now and again, but antidepressants and alcohol just don't go together. Just don't do it. I've never been somebody who comes home and has a drink. That's just not a thing I do. But tonight I wanted to try it. I had some Fat Tire in the fridge from the last time I had a friend over, and let's try one. I do enjoy beer, very much. I'm a hop lover. I love hoppy stuff. This Fat Tire is kind of hoppy, but I just haven't drank much in the past few years. It's probably a good thing, but that's not what I want to talk about tonight. I just wanted to point out that tonight, yes, I am actually drinking a beer. It is actually happening. Tonight I cooked. I cooked again. I made gnocchi, which I have never made before. And I didn't realize it was so dead simple. I made it with a red sauce, a meat sauce. I don't know how to make an Alfredo. I've never made Alfredo, and the canned stuff leaves a weird taste in my mouth. So I need to just try making Alfredo someday. But for simplicity's sake, just made a meat sauce and cooked the gnocchi, and it was really good. And it was because my friend said, "Hey, can we have gnocchi tonight?" And I was like, "Sure." And that's one thing that if you've been watching the show for a while, maybe you don't know what's going on in my life, but last September, my family moved out. Jamie and my 2 daughters went to go live with her mom, and it was at the end of a year of very, very hard times. Jamie and I's marriage had been falling apart for years at that point. And then she lost her brother and her father last year, and that was just kind of it. So they left, and when they left, I don't want to say I stopped eating. I just stopped caring about food, and so I ate like beans and rice for 6 months. And I used to love to cook. I've loved cooking ever since I was young. I never really enjoyed my mother's cooking, so I taught myself how to cook. And enjoyed that process. And but the funny thing is, I don't really care too much about flavors in food. Like, I just eat because eating is nutrition, which is required. But when there's somebody else around to cook for, I love cooking. I really enjoy the art of cooking and the science of cooking. What flavors and profiles mix with what, and how best to sear steak before whatever. And in the last probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 years of my marriage, I just kind of stopped cooking. It became this burden that was expected of me, and I didn't like that feeling, and I just kind of gave up on it. And when I would cook, it would just be like spaghetti and pre-canned sauce, or just throw a pizza in the oven kind of thing. And we were never the family that sat down at the dinner table and ate together anyway. So for the most part, everybody just kind of ate what they want. That being said, Keely loves my cooking. Keely loves to eat anything. And so when she comes over, I like to cook. And so for the past probably, 4 or 5 months now, I've been cooking quite a bit. I've been cooking a lot. And yes, most of the time it's something simple that's just on a regular rotation, but things like gnocchi today. This weekend, I made Spanish rice for the first time, like legit fried the uncooked rice before cooking it, that sort of stuff. That was really good. I've been making chicken cacciatore. I've tried it twice now, and it's turned out really good both times. And so I've been really having a good time learning new recipes. Not necessarily learning new techniques. There's really not anything new in the stuff that I've been cooking other than flavor profiles and traditional dishes, I guess. But I enjoy it a lot, and I never really remembered how much of a creative outlet cooking is. It actually is fairly creative. You know, I stock my shelves with kind of a basic assortment of things, and then from that, I make meals. And so when Keely comes over and I cook, or when my friends come over and I cook, it gives me a chance to explore that hobby in a way that feels good to me, because I get that feedback from them, like, oh, this is really good or whatever. Because for me, I could just eat beans and rice every day and not care. I'm pretty basic. Every now and then I would throw in like a pepperoni sandwich just so I can have a different flavor for a day or two. But really, I don't care. Eating is a requirement, not something that I enjoy all that much. So when I'm by myself, I don't cook very well. But yeah, if you want to see the stuff that I've been cooking, it's on my Instagram. It's linked. I'll put it here on the screen, but also I think it's linked in the little notes of all of my videos. That right now you're just going to see Keely playing soccer and cooking stuff. I haven't made anything in this workshop for quite a while, actually. I need to get back in here and clean it and make something. I have a few plans, project ideas, so we'll see. But so that was one thing. The other thing is, I know a lot of you wanted to support the show in various ways over the years, and I've never really provided a way for you to do that other than the Amazon wishlist, which sometimes you send me something from, and it blows my mind whenever you do that. But I do have, if you look below this video and below all of my videos now, there should be merchandise. YouTube partner with Teespring and yada yada. I got this email saying, why don't you set up a merch store? So I did. I haven't sold t-shirts in a very long time. I haven't promoted t-shirts in a very long time. There's also a mug on there and hoodies. If you're interested in any of that stuff, if you're interested in just wearing something that says The Daily Shed on it, there's links below. It pays out really well, actually. I'd make a significant portion of that for myself. So if you want to support the show, there's another way to do it. So that's all I wanted to say right now. I appreciate you coming back. I'm going to go drink this and then see how I feel tonight and tomorrow compared to how I would have felt if I had drank with Alexa Pro. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being my bestest friends in the whole world. I hope to see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from Dispatch.com. How much was a gallon of gasoline in 1971? Gasoline dropped below 30 cents a gallon for regular gas on December 28, 1971. As an on-again, off-again price war flared in Columbus, in today's money, that bargain basement price of 29.9 cents a gallon would be equal to $1.70 a gallon, much less than the current price at the pump.